Hey, hi guys. I want to demo post sermon today. I want to demo post sermon. I want us to talk about the membership studio. The membership studio. Okay, so this is a very new setup. This is a very new church I'm trying to set up. So let's go to the church side. The first thing you do when you come into post sermon is just go to the church and then set up a church. Right? Let's set up a church. Let's do a new church. The name of the church is Able God Believers Assembly or Able God Prayer Center, I think. Right? And the church is in Ghana, yes. The time zone is GMT. And the sender name, for example, is going to be Able God Prayer Center. Okay, then the handle is going to be Able God Prayer Center. Let's just add an extra R because that one is already taken. So the reply to email, let's set it to myself, and then I'll create the church. Now when I create the church and I scroll down here, so I'm going to see I selected Ghana. The email identity, like the email handle, is going to be this. So this at churches.postsermon.com. This is what we'll be using to send the emails. And then this will be the name that people will see when an email is sent. And by default, our SMS, the sender name has defaulted to post sermon. But I want a sender name that's for us. So I'll apply for a sender name. So I'll do AGPC. I explain what I needed for Able God Prayer Center alert sender name. Then I click on request the name. So when I click on request the name, I see that it's already there. I use another account to request this name, so this name has already been accepted. But if it's a new name, so let's say let's just do an example, MNPC. If it's a new name, MNPC, maybe Mango's New Power Cohort, right? Let's say that's the name, sender name, right? Then I click on request. You see that the flow will be different because this one has not been accepted on the platform. It needs to go through the NCA, but this has already been done. I had another account, but because I wanted to do a demo, I'm just creating it from scratch. So this is the normal way, and then an email will be sent to you that, hey, this is undergoing verification. Once they verify, this will be ticked, and then you can select your default if you have two, but this is the default one, but this is the one that I want to use, so that's why I've selected this one as a default. So that's everything about the church. Now, when you finish the church, right, you can only add one church as at this time. When you finish the church, then the next thing you are going to do is, you see on the church tab, there is video branding, there is share appearance, and there's voices. Voices you can ignore for now. It's just for the audio thing. What's it called? The podcast thing. But let's do video branding, okay? That's also very key because that's what's going to set our logo, etc. So let's add a brand. Now, the name of this brand is fine. Like, just call it, maybe let's say main theme. And then what should be the name of the church on top of the clip? So Able God Prayer Center. Okay. So if it's Able God Prayer Center, then we choose selection, the theme. There's the classic one, there is the spotlight, there is the editorial, there is a ribbon one. But I think I'll go with the broadcast. And the broadcast, you have a couple of options. Do you want the logo to be on top of the video, or you want it to be below, on the left side below? And then you choose a background. That's how the broadcast theme works. Logo either at the top or down, and then select between them. So I want the logo to be on the top, so I'll select the logo on the top, and then I'll choose this background. So let's choose this particular background. And if our church has an Instagram handle, I'll just put the Instagram handle there, Facebook handle, YouTube, X, TikTok, etc. So I'll just leave the Facebook and then here YouTube. I think we do let's see, and there's New Fire Media on YouTube. The same thing on Instagram and Facebook, the same thing, right? And then TikTok also the same thing, New Fire Media. And then the website is newfiremedia.org. Let's see, newfiremedia.org. Yeah, that's the website, newfiremedia.org. So that's the church's website. So then when I'm done, I'll click on create a brand. So when I click on create a brand, I can see that now I have the chance to upload the church logo. So I'll just upload the logo, go to my downloads, go all the way down, and then see if I can find the logos. And see, yeah, this is the church logo. So I upload this logo, and then once it's done, it's already saved. So I just click on save. So you see that now this is the logo. And when you come here as well, so for example, you've created your church nicely, and then when you come down here, you see that you've created a video branding. Okay, I just want us to finish setting the church up before we go to the membership studio. These things are very important. So now share the appearance. Now share appearance. Okay, let me just pause on share appearance and then go to the membership studio, finish demoing, then I'll explain the share appearance. So this is what this main video is for, membership studio. Okay, I've set up my church. I walked through like a demo of how we had no church. You set up a church, you set up video branding. So now let me explain what the membership studio does. Now, membership studio is basically where you upload the data of your members, create church groups, create cells, and then all those kind of things, etc., etc. I'm going to go through each tab one by one. So first of all, there's a member tab, and the member tab has sub members. We have sub members, right? So now let me try. So for example, if I already have my member database, which I do, I can come here and then do like so the all members, that's what the all members is for. I can import a CSV or I can add them one by one. Okay, but I have a CSV, so let me just import. Sorry, I have a CSV, so let me just import them. Members, let me look for where the CSV is. Members, CSV. Okay, so I kind of try to upload, then I go to downloads, then I see, I think this is the one, right? So when I click it, the first name inside the, what's it called, inside the form, I can see the list of the options inside the form. The name is the name, and then the last name, let's just leave the last name because I don't have last name in that particular sheet. So I can click on start import. Once I click on start import, it will say that I have all the 98 members of the church right now in here. So what I'm going to do now, when I upload the data of the members, is very simple. I'm going to go to, so there's a difference between members and then new members. I'll explain new members, and then there's also a difference between new members and then visiting members. I'll explain that. And then the first thing I'm going to do is now to start creating groups. Okay, groups. So groups, maybe they are obviously women's. So let's say women's fellowship, and then when I create the group, I'll be allowed to add members from this particular group, right? So for example, let me add members from this particular group. When I click on add members, I'll be able to select. So let's say this is part of the group, and let's say Ikea or something. Okay, maybe there's no Ikea in this. Okay, let's search Kofi or something. Yeah, Kobe, and then select Kojo. let's add them. So we'll add this to the women's group. This can be your cell, this can be your denomination, like whatever however you've divided your church, you can do that. And then you can also create let's say in your church you deal with cells, so let's say cell 1 members. Create every type of group here, cell 1 members, okay. And then when you create the cell 1 members, you add members, like you select the cell 1 members. So these 3, 4, 5, 6 guys are in cell 1, so you click on that and then you add them as cell 1 members. If you don't call them cell, maybe you call them tribe. So let's say tribe of Judah, then you create it, then you add the members. So you can keep adding, like you can keep adding the members and all that. So let's add this and then kind of like add that, like let's just add this 3 and then let's be done with this one. So and then also, if you don't call them, then maybe there's a group in the church called Sons of God. So let's say Sons of God. Who are those Sons of God guys? You can literally add them, the Sons of God people, and then just do this. Then when you do that, Ella, and then David. Okay, so these are the 3 people you added. Then you click on add, and then you are done. Okay, so create as many groups as you want. It depends on your church and then the way you flow. Whenever you create a group and then you add members, you can always remove them and then add new ones, etc. So that's the flexibility of the groups, right? So from adding members, you go to groups. Now from groups, let's address new members. New members are very, very special people, right? And you want to make sure that these guys are well taken care of. So for example, you the pastor or you the admin, you have to set a welcome message. Okay, you have to set a welcome message, and since you have this in your database, the first name, the church name, the last name, and all those kind of things, you add these variables here. So for instance, welcome to the church name, and then the first name, and then exclamation, we are glad you are here. Then then you set it as a default message. So anytime anybody comes to the church, for example, I can edit it. This I'm targeting them on WhatsApp, SMS, email, Telegram. So if they have this, then that'll be great. Like I'm targeting them there. Then I can do maybe welcome and then put the person's first name also there. So something like this. Then I just copy it, then I clear it and put it here, right? Then I just save it. So that means that you will get the message on your SMS, email, WhatsApp, Telegram, wherever, and then it's the default. I can add another message for variance, right? And then allow the system itself to pick the messages and when you register as a new member. So let's see how the new member thing looks like. You can print this QR, and then put it in front of your church. If somebody wants to become a member, you let them scan and then fill the form, right? You don't use Google Forms in 2026, right? I said 2010, that's funny. And then I can actually go here and then open the link. So when you open the link, this is what you're going to see, right? You're going to see that this is the name of the church, and then the first name, the last name. Then they ask for your phone number. Then you accept the fact that we will like be messaging you and stuff. Then you put in your email, then you put in your WhatsApp number, right? If it's the same as the phone number, just take this one. So that's what, so for example, if your phone number is 0277, right, you can take the same thing as your WhatsApp number, then you put your email there. Phone number is required for Ghanaian churches, but other countries, you don't, the phone number is not really required. WhatsApp number, then you click on join AGPC. So just by scanning this, right, it takes the person here, and then the person just fills the form, and then after they fill the form, it's very easy to come and see the person here as a new member. So let's add a new member. So let's say my name is my first name is Joseph, right, and then my last name is Kubi, okay, and then this thing is 18, and then this will be my email, but then I'll do like +10 or something, right? And then this this might not be the same thing, so I can do 02779919, and then I'll click on join AGPC. So when I click on join AGPC, okay, so you see my email is in. Welcome to Able God Prayer Center, Joseph. We are glad to have you here. Now when you click on this one, it's going to open Telegram, and then you just click on accept so that you can be receiving notifications from the church on Telegram. So that means that we've successfully onboarded. So when you go back to Membership Studio and you go to members and you look at new members, you will see the fact that this particular person, who is the Joseph guy, so let's say Joseph, when we start searching for Joseph, you see that this Joseph Kubi is there, and then everything is here. Okay, so now this is somebody who says they want to worship with you, and then you can add many dynamic messages as a pastor, so that's okay. Then you can come to visiting members. It's the same concept. You can click on add message. So let's say when you are targeting them on email and then you are targeting them everywhere, you can click on add message and all those kind of things, right? So let's say we've clicked on add message, and then etc. We've added a message. Let's say we are keeping this message. Thank you for visiting. Would love to see you again. Thank you for visiting us. Maybe I put the first name thing there, like let's say first name. I just say hi this. Thank you for like visiting. Thank you for visiting. Right? And then I click on let it be the default. And let it be active in rotation. So I can add more, but let me just keep this one. And then it's the same concept. When you print this one is also for visiting people. So when they scan the QR, it's going to take them to this particular URL. So let's go to this visiting URL. So this is how the visiting URL is like. It's almost the same thing as the member URL, right? But it has extra details. So for example, if you are visiting from another church, so let's say Kobe Johnson. That's a very unique name, and then the name is like, and then let's do another number 543481889, and then accept this, and then let's also use the same thing. Let's say like 12, and then say this one is 0541348180. It's not the same as the number. Why are you visiting? I'm visiting from where are you visiting from? I'm visiting from Mega Mighty Beggar in Côte d'Ivoire, in Ivory Coast. Like, you can give as much details as you want or shorten it. Then when you click, then you just accept and send my details. So when you do the send my details, it does everything in the background. Then it kind of sends you that welcome message that you set there. So for example, let's come here. You see a message from Able God. He said, hey, hi Kobe, thank you for visiting us. It's from Able God Prayer Center. Thank you for visiting Able God Prayer Center. We'd love to see you again. Join Able God Prayer Center on Telegram, for instance. We always leave this message because sending notifications on Telegram is actually very free and fast. That's why we are enforcing it on all levels. So that's here. And then that's it for this is visiting guy, right? So when you come back to the Membership Studio and then you just reload, you're still in the Membership Studio, and come to members and come to the visiting people, you should see that this guy has registered and then he's a visitor, right? So maybe you're organizing an event and then someone comes to visit. The person does not want to be a member yet, but he just visited. Okay, so now if the person wants to be an actual member, it's very easy to promote the person to become a member. Again, when you go into the groups and when you come into the groups, there is an automatic group that is created by the platform that says visiting members, so that you can target them differently, right? Maybe you want to push some news, some emails to them, some maybe something attractive that will let them finally decide that, okay, I want to worship with this guy. I visited, but I want to finally worship. So we have these three things: new members QR, visiting members QR, and then the last thing under this members tab, which is in this whole thing, is birthdays. The birthdays they have like 4 different tabs. Okay, 4 different tabs. So this is how the birthday thing works. Birthday tab. Okay, now with birthdays, you the pastor will set dynamic messages. Okay, so you say happy birthday this, may God bless you, may God bless you in your new season, then blah blah blah, you speak. Then you can let this be the default, then you can just say happy birthday, then you just add the first name of the person in the title. Happy birthday, the first name of the person in the title. Okay, so now this becomes the default message because you said it should be default, right? I can add another variant and then say, hey, happy birthday, or start with a prayer. May this season be a season of glory and upliftment, blah blah blah, happy birthday this. And then you kind of add it should be in rotation, it shouldn't just be default, but you're targeting all the channels of this particular guy, right? Then when you set the birthday messages, anytime it's someone's birthday, so for example on this board you will see whose birthday is coming up today, whose birthday is coming up in the next 7 days, or whose birthday is coming up this month. So that's why you have to, whenever you do this thing, you can come here and then edit it and then be setting people's birthday so that it shows up in the birthday section. And then whenever it's their birthday, you can add millions of messages here so that it will be dynamic. Whenever it's someone's birthday, it picks one and sends to them. Then it won't be the same message throughout. Now the post sermon is introducing different concepts. So from the boards, which has different things, which showing you whose birthday is when, to messages now is introducing something called gifts. Okay, now gifts stems from packages. So you as a church, you can create packages that you can afford to give every member when they are celebrating their birthday. So let's say a 10 CD data, right? 10 CD data, the value of the thing is 10 CDs, right? And then a gift from pastor, or maybe let's just say a gift from the church to you, God bless you, something like that. Then you add the package. You can keep adding as many packages as you want. Let's say 100 CDs Melcom voucher, then the value is 100 CDs, and then a gift from the church, blah blah blah. Then you add the package. You can keep adding packages as many as you want. Now whenever the system picks a birthday message, it automatically picks like all the list of the packages that you have. If you have 3 of them, it sends your members the link to choose the gift that they want, right, of this list. So make sure anything you put here, no, it's something you can actually afford, because it will be sending to the members automatically for them to choose. If you don't want any gift link to be sent, just delete them, right? If you do, just let it be there. And then when a person chooses, it's going to come here to the gift side. Then the admins can arrange and deliver and mark it as delivered. So that's the whole concept of the birthday. It's not just a normal birthday, but it's a birthday that comes with package, literally gifts, and the person is able to select and track the process or the progress of that particular gift. So that is it for the members sub-tab, right? Sub-tab under these members. Okay, now in the membership studio, there's another thing called contacts as well. So let's say you've chanced upon a database of people, youth, BEC students, whatever. You can import that database here and then target them. Okay, you can target them and then send them SMSs, send them emails, send them WhatsApp, etc. And then you can create groups from this particular target. So these guys are not visitors, they are not members, they are not anything concerning the church. They are people who are out there that you happen to have a database of, and you want to reach out to them, maybe to become members in the future. So that's what the contacts group does. Now when you are done with the contacts, when you come to something like messaging, this is the general side where you can send a general message. Okay, so for example, I can send a general message: the meeting for Sunday has been moved to 12 a.m. blah blah blah, etc. When you finish typing that message, you can select to send it to everyone, which is all your members, or you can select a group. A group is basically your members group. So this is all members group. But this marketing side is what I showed you, right? The new side where you get database from somewhere and then come and put it inside. You just want to target them, etc. And then it's like a mailing list or something like that. And then here, let me say I want to select the sons of God and then send them this message. Then I can choose between three things. I've chosen the sons of God. I will send them this message now, or I can schedule that message for later, or I can send them the same message every single time in a particular day of the week at a particular time. So for example, if your church is on Sunday and you want your workers to actually come for a particular workers meeting on Saturday, you can set this to send them a message every week on Friday. Okay, you can choose more than one day, on Friday and Saturday at 6 a.m. right, at 6 a.m. and then it will be a reminder to come to the workers meeting. Then you can review and then schedule that particular thing, and then every Friday at 6 a.m. it will send that message to the group that you selected. So that's it for this one. And then this is only SMS. You can add email as well, you can add WhatsApp as well, you can add Telegram as well, or just select them separately as I'm doing here, right? Select them separately and then shoot to them. Okay, yes. So now that is it for the messaging side. Now aside the messaging side, we have an interesting part we call like the email templates. So maybe there's like an event coming on or something interesting coming on, and you want to target your members or someone or the contact list you have. So you can come here and then start and create like a template from afresh, right? You can use, let's say it's an announcement, so let's just use this. Okay, so this announcement is actually quite big, and so let me just use okay, this logo. Let me add like an image behind this one, so I can select and then say, okay, I need like a hero image. This hero image, I want it to go all the way up. Okay, up, right? And then this hero image is going to be up here. I can upload that hero image. Let's say this is the hero image. No, let me look for a better hero image. Better hero. Okay, let me use this. So this is going to be the hero image, and then this hero image is going to be like what's behind there. And then the next one is the logo, but because the logo is white, you are not really seeing it, but I just want it to be above here. Let me change the logo to something else, like let's say the logos. Okay, maybe to another color, let's say to this black color. When I open and upload, you are going to see that logo is up there, right? You see now between this one, it looks like there's nothing in between. That's when you can introduce a spacer. Okay, when you introduce the spacer, let the spacer go all the way up, because now you're using a template, so you've already set it. If you're building from like scratch or one bar, then you can just pull this down or something like that. Then you see that right now the top there is great, and then down there is great, and then you can do maybe big news, and the button you can put an HTTP link there for people to actually, like that's the whole point, right? So let's say this is this template, we like this template, and then a quick update from, then we put in variables and stuff. Then I click on save and then call it announcement. So when I click on save and I come to templates, when I come to my templates, I should see this there, right? Then I should be able to send a message to every member, selected groups, or the marketing guys, right? Now let me just select maybe one. Let me just create a group called myself quickly. A group called myself, right, quickly. Then let me just add, let me just no, that's not, this is me, right? Then I click on add. So when I add it, I'm done. Then I can come to the email templates and then send the message to that group called myself, right? So when I send the message, it should go like straightforward. and then it should be done. So now we can track the email here. You see a quick update from it came, and then everything inside that thing came. So you can target your members via this beautiful email template and stuff, and then it just works. Like, the system is solid, it just works. So that's one side also of the membership studio. You can come here and then create announcements and all those kind of things. And then automations is something like okay, I'll explain automations in the Sermon Studio because it makes more sense inside the Sermon Studio. And then series as well. Okay, sorry, automations, you have birthdays and then scheduled things. It's the series that is like the I will explain inside the what's it called, the Sermon Studio, so that it makes sense, right? Yeah, so basically you can see all the things you've sent here. I've sent this email here, blah blah blah. When I come to the overview, I see I've sent this one SMS, blah blah, and then all those kind of things starting to draw my graph for me, etc. So I can manage my whole membership database, sending them announcements, sending them details, etc. here. Now, that's not the end of managing your members. When you talk about managing your members, you are talking about taking attendance and all those kind of things as well. So I can come to the services and programs, right? Look at it as the same thing as the membership studio. I mean, it's the sibling of the membership studio. So I can click on a new program or service. New program or service is basically the same thing. So let's say it's a service. Let's say Sunday first service, right? And then call it the power of glory. The power of glory. And then this is going to happen on, let's just say, this Friday, and then it's going to happen at 4:40 a.m. let's just say, right? And then we've not created any appearance, so this will be the default look. It's either I import a program or add an item, right? So let me see if I can import a program. So let's just say it's an all night or something. Let me just import, and maybe let me see if I can see an all night. Yeah, this is a program lineup. So I'm just going to import this, and then it will automatically like do the program lineup for me. So yeah, so let's wait for it to complete, and then like completely analyze the PDF. So yeah, it analyzed the PDF and everything, and then I can click on publish this. So when I click on publish this, anybody with this link can see the program lineup. So for that church service, if it was like maybe a wedding or something that contains some music or something, everything will be here. And then we won't need to print anything for people to follow any program lineup because it's already here, right? That's not the nice thing about the whole thing. When people are trying you can just print this QR. You can literally print this QR and put that in church. When anybody comes, they can scan it for that program lineup. If you are doing a funeral, if you are doing a wedding, if you are doing any event, even a normal church service, all night, whatever, you can upload your program lineup, or you can just type them, add an item one by one and all those kind of things, and then it will render here. Whenever the members go there, they can scan the QR and it will be straight. But then again, that's not the nice thing about it. The best thing about it is that you can literally run the sheet. When you run the sheet and click on start live, it will look at the time, and then when any member opens the program lineup, they will see exactly where we are. So if let's say the time is 9 a.m. and we are starting at 9 a.m. and then this is supposed to be 30 minutes and then it's 9:40, it will say it's 10 minutes in, the next program is this. Like it makes them follow live. But yeah, that's not also the end of the thing. The most important thing here will be the attendance. You can click on attendance. So when you click on attendance, this is where the main job starts. It's either one person handles the whole thing, the whole attendance thing, right? Look at the members coming in, try to easily, try to actually take them, because you know them. The cell leaders will know the members of their cells. So if somebody comes to church, they can easily tick it here. So let's say Mami Ajua came, you can tick it. Akose came, you can tick it. And then Alex came, you can also tick Alex. And then you see that 3 people are present here, right? The head count is not in yet. So then again, you can also divide it for the cell members. So cell 1, everybody in cell 1. Cell 1 leader will be standing at the gate. So let's say cell 1, Ama. right? Then I'll create this link for the cell leader, right? So when I create this link for the cell leader or the tribe leader, he will come here, or he or she will come here and then open the portal, and then she will be checking. So luckily all these people are in cell 1, right? And then we'll be checking. She only has 5 names to cross out. The other one might have 10 names, the other one might have 16 names. So it's divided like that. When you see your member entering, or when you see he's downstairs, she's going to come, then you just take the person. Then let's say these are the guys that work, like that came from my cell. And then you see somebody who has never been in the church before, you can quickly add somebody who is working. Let's say Kojo Musa, right? And then the phone is 0244556677. Then I just add it. When I add it, Kojo Musa now becomes like a visiting member, or whichever type of member that we will later like change him to. But we can tick Alex also, but Kojo Musa was created and then added at the same time. And if you remember that, I made a mistake, it wasn't really Adum Mami, then you also take the person off. So it's really flexible for each cell leader will have this and then be marking the attendance. And as they mark the attendance, it's going straight into the church, like that program's DB, like that program's database. And then somebody can literally sign this, like scan this. So when copy the thing, scan it, and then when they scan it, if the person is a new member, they just enter. Yeah, like this is basically like somebody visiting me. I'm not saying the person is a member. Automatically we are saying the person is a visitor. When the person becomes a member, we can click on make a member inside the visitors group. So like basically that's what this whole thing is for. Then when we finish, okay, like here now, we can reload it, because why? When we come back into this one and see the attendance, we can see that now it's 4, right? And then the cell leader links, this one is there, etc. And then let's say the people who came to church, they are 10, and then I'll save that the head count is 10. So everyone should make sure that all the things are selected to make sure that it tallies 10. So I accept the 6. Then it tells me that 10 present, 4 named, 6 unidentified. Then let's say we find the 6, then we just pull them in. We just pull the 6 in. I don't know if it's more than the 6. Then I just finalize. But right now 10 named and then 0 unidentified. So we are good. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, right? So that means we've taken attendance, everything is good. We can see insights of like people. When you click on insights, you see the people that failed, the people that are faithful, right? So it's ranking them 100%, right? And then the people that are not really faithful, the people that didn't really come, and then you can target them. You can message the people that didn't come, and then you can also message the people that are slipping away. If we look at more than 2, like you can click on the insights and see everything, right? So that's the whole thing about the services and programs. So it slips directly into the membership studio, and then it makes it very complete. So membership studio, I told you have members, new members, visiting members, groups, birthdays, gifts, contacts, messaging, direct, email, WhatsApp, Telegram, email templates we demoed, automation series, and then the things you've sent so far. And then when it comes to services, you can create a service or a program. And then when you create a program, you can set a program line up, and then you publish it, and then just put the QR that when everybody comes, they scan it, instead of you going to print it for everybody in the church. And then that will be done. And you can also take attendance on that particular program. And then when you take attendance and you come to the attendance side, you can see insights, people who have missed, people who did not miss, etc., and all those kind of things. So basically, that's it for the membership studio and the services and programs. Thank you very much for watching.